Hi everybody, welcome to my 2023 one point only mock draft. All you need to know, let's go. Number 1 is Bryce Young. He's the best quarterback in the draft. This is DeMeco Ryans' first pick as head coach. He played in Alabama. He couldn't get the Alabama quarterback, but he'll take the Alabama edge rusher, Will Anderson. Tennessee's going to move all the way up from number 11 to get CJ Stroud. Vrabel went to Ohio State and he coached there. He's got to like Stroud more than others. I hear Indy's leaning towards Will Levis, but to me his ceiling is Jay Cutler. Why not swing for the fences with Anthony Richardson, a guy who's going to be the best athlete to ever play the position in the NFL. Number 5 with Seattle, they will take Jalen Carter. He may be the best player in the entire draft, and Seattle's not scared to take him here. They need defensive tackle bad. Tyree Wilson is a huge edge rusher with giant potential. I'm excited to see him playing opposite of Hutchinson in Detroit. The Raiders like to play with man coverage, but they don't have great cornerbacks. Why not take the best one in the draft and Devin Witherspoon? Atlanta brought in a lot of defensive players in free agency and a backup quarterback, so I don't think they'll go quarterback here. They sound like Ritter's their guy, and they just need to give him all the tools he needs. They do need a slot receiver, a guy like Jackson Smith and Jigba, who can get open really quick and move the sticks. Chicago needs to protect their quarterback, so they select the best tackle in the draft in Paris Johnson. The only reason to draft a running back this high is if you're a Super Bowl contending team and you don't have a running back. I feel that running back is their weakest position, so you can't pass up a player like this. Arizona wants to protect their quarterback, so they take the second best tackle in the draft, Broderick Jones. The only way you can pass at number 2 on a quarterback is if you feel the 4th and 5th quarterbacks are just as good or close enough to the second best one. So I'm taking Will Levis here, who consensus picks say is the next best. Green Bay does not pick tight end or wide receiver in the first round. They're going to go with Pierre Skoronski, the best interior lineman, possibly can play tackle a little bit, but Pierre Skoronski's grandpa played for Green Bay a long time ago. I think New England will take Lucas Van Ness. He has great potential, and he has the short area quickness that they covet. The Jets don't have a lot of holes, but they do need a tackle to protect Aaron Rodgers with. Let's go with the next best, Darnell Wright. Washington needs a cornerback, and they're lucky to get Christian Gonzalez this low. Pittsburgh also needs a cornerback, and how cool would it be for Joey Porter Jr. to be drafted by his dad's team? Detroit's biggest weakness last year was their defensive backs. They brought in 3 new defensive backs in free agency. One of them, the safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson, is only on a 1-year contract. So Brian Branch, he's very versatile. He can play all over the field, and maybe next year they don't need to pay C.J. Tampa Bay is in quarterback purgatory, but I think Hendon Hooker is better than Levis anyway. Seattle didn't meet with many people, but they were all over Tacoma-born Kelee Ringo. I feel that they will draft him here to join his teammate. Jordan Addison was going to attend the University of Maryland, but his wide receivers coach went to Pittsburgh, so he followed him there. Then Pickett was drafted, and his wide receiver coach left for the Chargers. So Addison went to USC, which is within 8 miles of SoFi Stadium where the Chargers play. The Chargers need a slot guy, so I think this reunion is meant to be. Everyone knows Lamar is twisting the Ravens' arm to get him better receivers, including in the draft, but Nolan Smith is the kind of edge rusher that they like, and I don't see them letting him go here. Quentin Johnston catches the ball with his body, but he's too big and fast to let go here. I think the Vikings will take the chance on him. Myles Murphy might have the biggest upside of any defensive end in the draft. He is a great value pick here at 24 and is going to join his former Clemson teammates here in Jacksonville. Deonte Banks could have easily gone to Baltimore or Jacksonville, so the Giants are lucky to get him here. Dallas could go tight end here, but I feel there are plenty of options in the second round. Trenton Simpson is a lot like Nolan Smith, but he can play middle linebacker. This pick here will free up Micah Parsons to keep doing what he does. Josh Allen struggled a little bit this year, so let's get him a really good twitchy wide receiver that can play in the slot and complement the other wide receivers they already have. I feel that Michael Mayer is the best tight end in the draft, and if he's still here, I think Cincinnati will take the Ohio kid. Juwan Jones is the best pass blocking tackle in the draft, but he has weight concerns. Pittsburgh loves him, so I think they'll jump up a few spots here to land him. Much like Pitt, Indy needs a tackle, so I see them jumping up ahead of Kansas City and selecting Anton Harrison. With all the tackles now gone, I see Kansas City looking to help their defensive line. Will McDonald has averaged almost 10 sacks a year for the last 3 years. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.